It hasn't been the strongest year for Nintendo. Sure, we got Animal Crossing and Xenoblade, but the Paper Mario game is hit or miss. Byleth and Min Min have generally brought the least hype in the Fighters Pass, and I don't think this is what we were talking about when we said a new Zelda game. These SMT games are cool too, but the partner directs that they were shown in? I didn't see shit. I mean, look at the dislike ratings for these things. They weren't necessarily bad directs, but Nintendo fans seem to want more, especially with how Microsoft and Sony fans are getting treated right now. But we're getting into the final stretch of 2020, and we barely ever even hear from Nintendo these days. No updates, no directs. I'm not sure if we're even gonna get anything else. Oh shit! All this in 1 month? Nintendo is back, boys! It can't get any better than this! Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy IntroSpecktive, and for Nintendo fans, 2020 has been mainly a year of speculation and wondering. Sure, we've gotten some solid titles across the year, as well as some announced remasters of beloved games to get excited for, but for the most part, it's been a far more quiet year from Nintendo than usual. Obviously, this is understandable due to the pandemic and quarantine, but with Sony and Microsoft gearing up to go next gen, the constant waves of content coming from them made Nintendo feel like they were falling behind. That is until September, when they decided it was time to start rolling out the big boys. Mario Direct, Age of Calamity, 2 new Monster Hunter games, Ori, and Steve being revealed all within a few weeks of each other? Man, if that was packaged into a single Direct, it would have been one of the most hype of all time. Nintendo did exactly what we wanted, honestly, and it took longer than many of us hoped, but they brought the hype and they brought it in spectacular fashion. The lack of E3 this year was a factor, of course, but in this final quarter of 2020, the hype train is back on track, and with Steve coming out next week, there's plenty of excitement in the air moving forward. Now, there's still plenty of questions in regard to Nintendo. Why is the All-Stars pack being sold in a limited release window? Can we consider the game to be overpriced lazy ports? What's the status of long-awaited titles like Metroid Prime 4 and Bayonetta 3? Will there be another full direct this year, or will they continue this trend of individual news over time? What about the online service? Will they find more ways to improve it? These are all things that have been on our minds, but for now, I'm just glad to actually have a full feeling year. You take a lot of the stuff we already got and combine it with the whirlwind of last month, and it's a pretty solid year for Nintendo considering the pandemic. I for one am pretty satisfied with it all, and I'm sure that in the holiday season, there will be more to come. So, I want to hear from fellow Nintendo fans. After all of the recent news, what are your thoughts on Nintendo's 2020 so far? Is it good? Is it bad? Did you get everything you hoped for? All I know is that we're headed in a positive direction, and I can't wait to see what's to come. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Deuces! Ah shit, I forgot about Pokemon. But honestly, can you blame me for forgetting about Pokemon? No. No, you cannot.